All right, I got another email here from David Hinkson. Let's one page. Let's read it. In the past, Wesley Hoyt came to me and told me that my employees should all own water Oz, and that was his real agenda. I really did not care if they did or they did not, but what I really cared about, and then what really upset me is that water Oz was an extension of my overall belief system, and that these employees then removed the ozone from the mineral making process. Therefore, when I found out that they had removed the ozone, I told them to put it back in, and if they did not, they would not like what I was going to do about it. So this is what brought the fight to a conclusion. I can remember when the idiot Resekas, who was working for me in Las Vegas, told me one day that if I used ozone to make minerals, he was going to quit. I then led him to the door and booted him out of my office. So I guess you can say I have some serious opinions about ozone that has not wavered over the years. When I got sued by Innova over the minerals, I testified to the truth, as I stated that ozone was one of my main secrets to making good mineral product, and the jury awarded me or my $1.6 million. Of course, my lawyer at the time, Ben Hogue, stole my share of these funds, and I sat in the boys' jail. When the federal undercover rats took my silver product to a laboratory in Las Vegas and tested it for nitrates, they discovered that there were no silver nitrates in the water. What I'm trying to say is if you take silver nitrate in a suspension of water and then ozonate this, you will remove the nitrates from the silver solution, and you no longer have silver nitrate. Therefore, using ozone is a very important concept, even for the purpose of removing nitrates. In the movie Erin Brockovich, starring Julia Roberts, it was nitrates in the chromium nitrate that was causing all of the sickness and death. And in fact, anytime there is too much of a material called nitrates in anything, that it can be toxic, i.e. copper nitrate is also known as laundry bluing. I then learned that the frequency in the water in Lourdes, France is 252 nanometers, and the ozone machine that I was using made the frequency of 260 nanometers. Close, very close. Not the same, but close. This is still a good sales point. Even though ozone is very aggressive as an oxidant, it actually acts as an antioxidant when it is introduced into the human body. For example, you can ozonate drinking water, and now you have a drinking water that is an antioxidant. That is very interesting, as when you ozonate drinking water and then dip a banana into this liquid, you will find that it slows down the oxidation process, as the banana will not turn brown for many extra hours. I read an article about living on the space station, and they stated that foods ripen and then go to rot twice as fast in the outer space. This might be because we live in a sea of ozone gas that is falling from the sky every day, as it is everywhere here. But in outer space, there is absolutely no ozone gas at any level. Just a thought for the day. So ozone really has some amazing properties, in my opinion. Note that if you drink peroxide water, it will damage the organs, especially the liver, as it is a superoxidant, and this means that it will actually cause cirrhosis of the liver and organs get leathery. Yet drinking ozone water does the exact opposite. A person could even ozonate the stabilized oxygen product to make it overall more into a form that is oxidizing. This is why we have always ozonated even a product that was an oxidant. Note that the ozone is a gas that is heavier than air, as it is 3 oxygen molecules that are atomically linked together. Note also that Freon is made by chlorinating propane, and chlorinated propane is also heavier than air. This is an important concept, as NASA and the mainstream media all teach the junk science concept that ozone and Freon are both lighter than air, and that Freon falls up and attacks the ozone layer. The truth of the matter is the patents were expiring on the Freon for Dow and DuPont, and they wanted to get a new patent for their income stream. So the powers to be in the scientific field came up with this whole Zionist scheme of junk science stating that ozone and freon are both falling upwards. When a banana is picked that is still to ripe, it is green, as the nitrates make the mineral look green. And then as the nitrates dissipate, the fruit will turn yellow, and when the oxygen has replaced the nitrogen, you will end up having a ripe piece of fruit to eat. Even the cow has two stomachs, as the first stomach is used to solely remove the nitrates, so the second stomach can finish the digestive process. What I'm trying to say is that ozone is a very important concept, and it really is needed in almost every application. I used to sell a dry bath suit that was made out of rip-stop nylon. We would then blow the ozone gas into the suit and treat the entire body skin system. We found that we could most of the time remove the common cold in about 2 hours using this method. I can remember Leila Marie Osborne going to the support group for amputees. She would meet people who were scheduled for an amputation, and then she would talk them into using ozone. We had a 100% save the limb average, as we saved over 400 limbs. Ozone was used to remove a spider bite. Overall, ozone makes the skin very soft and subtle. Your friend, blessings on you, Dave.
You look comfy.
Yeah, I guess Dave has an opinion about ozone. So that's it. Take care.